Are you new to React and looking to enhance your application with a simple Show More button? You're in the right place. Today, we will walk through how to implement this feature step by step. I totally understand how overwhelming it can be when you're just starting out with React. You want to make your application interactive, but sometimes the coding can feel like a puzzle. You're definitely not alone in this. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user asked how to create a Show More button that initially displays 3 entries from an array and then shows the rest when clicked. Sound familiar? Let's tackle this together. So, what do we need to do? We need to manage the state of our component to keep track of whether the user wants to see more or less data. This involves using React's state management effectively. And stick around. I have a great tip at the end that will help you make your button even more dynamic and user-friendly. To implement the Show More functionality, the user should start by adding a state to manage the visibility of the additional entries. This can be done using the React useState hook. Next, the user needs to modify the Show More function to toggle the visibility state. This function will switch between showing more and less data. Now, the user should update the render method to conditionally display the additional entries based on the visibility state. This will allow the application to show either 3 or all entries. Finally, the user should update the button text based on the visibility state. This will provide clear feedback to the user about what action will be taken when they click the button. Fun fact: did you know that the first version of React was released in 2013? It has come a long way since then, making web development much easier and more efficient. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach suggests understanding the concept of state in React. The user emphasizes that when the state changes, the render function is called again, allowing for dynamic updates. They recommend initializing the state with the data you want to display and binding the Show More function to ensure it refers to the component correctly. When the Show More function is called, it updates the state, which triggers a re-render with the new values. This is the correct way to update the view in React. The user also provides a code snippet demonstrating how to implement this. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. In this alternative approach, the user suggests using React state management to control the visibility of the car entries. They initialize a state variable called loadMore, which toggles when the button is clicked. This allows the component to re-render with either 3 or all entries based on the user's action. Here's that tip I promised. Consider adding animations when the button is clicked. This can make your application feel more responsive and engaging for users. And there you have it. You've successfully added a Show More button to your React application. Keep experimenting and enhancing your skills. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips.